Logic, Georgia. Well, more specifically, account manager. I welcome this audience, and at first I'd like to underline the idea of this conference, how much it is important to implement innovation on Georgian market. I would like to thank the organizers that we have a chance on the yearly base that we can develop our communication, develop our innovations and day after day, and provide the better and better IT service to our customers. Thank you for this. Now let's move on to a presentation. At first, I would like to cut myself from the formality, and we will have informal presentation comparably to the previous years, and we'll review the years, how we developed ourselves and what level we reached in regard of Orient Logics. Well, welcome you again. A few about us. The high development level Orient Logic reached in 2005. We had realms that was unfamiliar for Georgian markets, and throughout the 10 years we passed the hard ways. We faced the challenges. We tried to resolve the problems, and we were fully involved in the process, and we tried to develop market. And we believe we managed that, because since 1995 up to 2005 we implemented many IT solutions, that was oriented on business, and on the 10th anniversary this company was recognized as one of the bigger leader in IT development. Then on 2010 anniversary, the 15th anniversary of Orient Logic, in this period of time we also faced difficulties. When the IT real changed and demand increased on the market, and the innovation was very interesting for different businesses. The most difficult task for us was to find a connection between our possibilities and demands of the market. And from these opportunities we were able to do this, but there were two opportunities. In this period we had a difficult period, and in 2005 this became one of the flagship companies of our industry. I want to go on now to 2015. Today we have some development in our field, and how much this is based on the feedback from our partners, and this professional development and professional growth is a important factor which has been affecting us for 20 years. And when it gave us the possibility for us to be a developing country and to grow our industry, I want to talk about our work experience, as it's known. Over the course of 20 years, I can't talk about everything that was done over the course of 20 years because we're limited by time, but I'm just going to choose some projects according to which I can
first I'm going to talk about the Bank of Georgia data center, which had which one of the first microsystems, which was during the time period of 2005 to 2008, and this project was noted as for its technical data and for the support and to support businesses. This project gives us results, and today what we had done, now we received a financial reward for this. And when we support businesses and in commercial growth, the next project that I want to talk about is about GeoCell data center, which I will direct a lot of attention to, which occurred from 2008 until 2011. This was called Schneider Electric, and this is one of the biggest centers in Georgia, and it was in this place. The 250 kilowatts was the power realized by this project. I can also say the same about GeoCell. Today and tomorrow, it's essential for this project to be commercial. And the next thing I want to talk about is Tbilisi's Olympic Festival, and I want to congratulate Morbizon Negualashvili for his and Ria Beboshvili, and I want to governmental holders who
It's very important to us.
It's very important to us
They will stay in our hearts.
and they will remain dear to us in our hearts. And now let's pass it over to Temur Kalandia.
Good evening. I am Temur Kalandia, Orient Logic, Chief of the Office of the Project Developments, wireless system, specifically wireless system managed. So 2015 was very important year for us, for our portal, and personally for me, I received a great experience. My report is more technical, and it will touch upon those key aspects which are very important to implement such important project. Project consisted of two main base parts. One was the Olympic Village, on which area we're located now. Olympic Village consists of, from this hotel, we have the central circle, 9 dwellings, gym, and restaurants. Each of them, we knew the loading burden of the number of visitors, where would be the control center in the buildings, how many, where the people or guests would be laid out in the buildings, and also I can say the same on our inners, where we knew where we had to put the coverage, what type of consumers we would have, the VIP people, VIPs, mass media, sportsmen. For each of them, we created different policies, accesses to the system, and so on. Now, as for the technical details, the main goal of these Olympic Games from our side was to provide the Wi-Fi service to the customers. We had to have the authorization method. The person had to manage and tap the different their cables to the system, so it won't overload the network. So we had to manage the symmetric proportionation of the on the different webs, so the customer won't complain. So we came up with a different scheme. Our core system consisted of HP 5500, which HP access switches and robust wireless access points. Now as for the topology, NG-PHY-2 cluster, we had it, which would provide internet traffic balancing, and it was with the hardware balancing, so the core won't be overloaded. So we would keep the balance in case if one unit would fail. And as for HP switches, we used IRF technology, which gives us the possibility for clusterization, and we were receiving the one main switch system. Here we used the VRF and protocols for the dynamic routing to bring it up to the firewalls. As for access layer, in our case, we had a Renares and one small hotel that was laid out, installed an athletic arena. We managed and conducted the server lines arena. It gave the route system to remove from those areas, well, and it gave us the big difference in the cost. On arena, we installed HP 2624, so, and we would install and that was very simple topology. It gave us very flexible web, the net, simple, and troubleshooting was so simple that 2 or 3, they won't need more than 2 or 3 memory sources. And Henry Johaze, we were sitting in the main center and we were overseeing all this system. From this side, we didn't face any problems. So, and I also want to underline the wireless sources. One of the biggest projects was post-Tbilisi. Was 2015. We used 480 access points, beginning from the very minimal, ended with the higher models. As I mentioned, the planning process we started when this building was under the construction. Here were all the equipments were pulled in here, cranes, and so installing the cables, daily base meeting with the workers, with the engineers. So those nuances we had to control on the daily base, and as a fruit we received very consequent results. We didn't face any problems throughout the process, and personally I am very satisfied. Now, as for the authorization process, I underline had to be with the one IT should be the authorized several, but I want to divert a little bit in this process. Rocus wireless controllers were participated in this process for the stability. So, we used free radio for authorization, APAS for logins, my school browser, and so on. We all the customers, they were divided on 5 groups: media, athletes, and each of them, they had their own speed of the network and their access. Beforehand, we knew their places where these groups would be laid out, and we made some corrections on the points of accesses. It gave us a chance to receive the high level wireless internet. Well, I would like to render my thanks to Tbilisi 2015 employees. I see the chief of the IC, the chief Georgi Chaliashvili, hotel. I would like to thank them, the hotel personnel, hotel director, all of them, every and each of them, for their cooperation. And at the same time, I would like to underline the biggest thanks. I would like to thank our interpreters that gave us a hand while dealing with Chinese. I cannot enumerate them because there were many of them. And I would like to thank my chief, the Merabkol Gomelovi, Rata Johadze, my partner, and all our engineers that gave us a great support. Thank you.
Thank you, Tengiz, for presenting technical specification. Let me also add why we are proud with European Youth Olympic Festival. This was the big, not only because it was the largest project in IT field, but also because we contributed great deal. Entire team, weeks after weeks, we lived here and worked here, and we in this very place in Hualink Hotel, and we worked tirelessly to carry out this project at the highest possible level, and we did it. Thank you. Let's move to another part, which is our life goal, our credo: develop ourselves and develop marketplace. Learn and share any innovative solutions or IT survey solution. It should be perceived by integrator. So our group every day does it in terms of challenges that we have in front of us. We learn every day because we want to offer you the best possible product. That is the goal of this conference, and I am happy that our goal and the goal of the conference coincide. We would like to create better projects every day. Next project that I would like to talk to you about is things we love. When we mention IT field. Managers and maybe business representatives do not really share the notions that IT people are human beings and we are just regular people and we like and love certain things, and this is our way of life that we use in our everyday life. And we work 24 hours. There is no such thing as regular working hours. So we work and rest and enjoy every moment of our life. As for things I value most, we value most, the priorities that characterize us: professionalism, time, and team working. Those three factors are precondition of us being one of the flagship company and the professional team that is coming with us. And time management, good time management and teamwork approach, all this allow us to implement large projects. Next topic I would like to talk about, we talked about clients, partners, and we talked about stages of our development and education, but we haven't talked about the third very strong force, or these are our vendors, and they support us so that Georgian market becomes better place. So I would like to introduce partners who help us in our difficult missions: HP, Dell, Microsoft, Ruckus, APC, Cisco, Barracuda, also Epson, Hitachi, Kyocera, and Riello, UPS, Italian manufacturers that really give us everything so that we can do our business. Thank you for that, and we appreciate that. And finally, I would like to emphasize, draw your attention to how we started or where we started. We are ready, we will stand ready to talk to our partners, whether our vendors or our competitors, to talk and discuss problems, challenges, or innovative solutions. So let's talk and just and preserve the competition. This will benefit Georgia today and tomorrow, and I am proud to be here with us. Thank you for that, and we are at your service. Thank you.